Uh, Tell us quickly about yourself, who you are, where do you come from, and let us know more about you before we begin chatting with you.
Okay, Ajaz, thank you so much for inviting me. I am very humbled. In fact, I would have gotten, I think the first time you approached me, I was all about, oh, let me get you in touch with other people, but then you insisted that I come on. Thank you for being so persistent. I am the one who's humbled to be called upon your platform. I think you guys are doing a brilliant job trying to mainstream the voices of the minority in India. So, to answer your question of who I am and where I've come from, uh, my name's Neha, and originally my family, my parents, they come from Kerala. So I am Malayali. My mother tongue is Malayalam, and I'm Malayali by birth. But I happen to be born into the privileged lot of Indians who got a chance to have the option of flying outside and being exposed to other cultures and communities. I was born and raised in Dubai for the major chunk of my life. And for quite a while, it was my mother and I. And eventually, after growing up, I returned to India to pursue my higher studies. I did my BBA from Pune, Symbiosis, with a major in international business. It was the same city that you and I ended up meeting each other and crossing paths too.
Yeah.
Once I graduated, I returned to Oman following the demise of my father. My mother and I had to take care of his business, and 2 years after ensuring that the business had stabilized and was afloat, I left to Kuala Lumpur because I wanted to pursue my curiosity about Islamic finance. I graduated last year in 2019, December. No idea that we'll be affected by a pandemic and with orders to quarantine ourselves and keep ourselves safe just 6 months later. And that was around the time when the anti-CA NRC movement had come about in India. And I thought it was time that I returned to the country because I wanted to. It had been a long time since I had stayed away. I wanted to be a part of everything that was going on. I wanted to serve. I wanted to be useful. And I found my way to India. Eventually, the pandemic took over, and then the rest is history.
Thanks for that detailed introduction, Neha.